going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Breakfast with Perkins. I am, of course, your host, Perkins. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope your Monday, or whatever day of the week you're watching this, is good. And, I don't know what the deal is. Today I'm feeling extra energetic. I did get a lot of sleep. For the past, I'd say, week prior to today, I was getting like 3-4 hours of sleep, just popping up and then not being able to fall back asleep. But this morning I came home 7 o'clock, passed right the fuck out, and then woke up around 3:34ish, which for me is that's a lot of sleep right there. So I'm good, feeling extra energetic. So let's hop right into it. First off, let's talk about F1. First off, this week's race was in Monaco. And before I talk about Monaco, let's give a quick shout out to Charles Leclerc for winning the race in his home country, which is pretty dope. And then I believe, Oscar Piastri got second, and then was it Sainz that got third? I usually try to stay up and watch the races. I'll go to Gray's and walk around and listen to them, or I'll, do something. But I was just dead. I was out of it. Fell asleep right away. So I believe, Ferrari got first and third. McLaren got second. That's what Piastri got. And did Norris get fourth? I don't remember who got fourth, but I want to say my teams, of course, Red Bull. I say teams, so we got, AlphaTauri, who goes by some stupid fucking name, I don't know what it is, which is Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda. And then you have Red Bull, which is Max Verstappen, and Chico Perez. From what I was told or what I read, Chico Perez got completely knocked out within the first lap, I think it was. Something happened. I saw a few drivers got DNFs, but Chico Perez was one, and I want to say, who was it? I can't remember. That's sad, though. I think Verstappen got 6th or something like that, which is completely out of, Red Bull's character. Usually, in the Red Bull camp, we'll have Verstappen clutching first place, and then we'll have Chico Perez. Sometimes they'll sweep 1 and 2. Maybe it's 1 and 3. Maybe Perez will come in fourth, but just not a great day for Red Bull. But like I said, I am very happy that Charles Leclerc got to be able to snag the dub in his home country, so that's pretty cool. But can we talk about Monaco? I absolutely love Formula One, but especially when it gets to Monaco, because it is such a grotesque display of wealth. It is such a grotesque display. And I'm so sick of these people, eat the rich, tax the rich. I can't, it irritates the fuck out of me. I'm so sick of it. I'm in the complete opposite camp. I love seeing what crazy things rich people do with their money. Just that absolute fuck you money. I think that's great. I think that's phenomenal. I could sit and watch that all day. I love that. My Instagram feed, most of it's real estate and cars, people doing crazy backyard transformations, constructions. It's just these people with insane amounts of money just constructing stuff. And I love it. I read, and I don't know the validity of this, and it could differ between each, place and stuff like that, but I heard just to dock your yachts along. For those that don't know, Monaco, I believe, has the highest per capita concentration of billionaires in the world, I think. I read that somewhere. I could be wrong. I could be feeding you false information. But I think they have the highest concentration of billionaires in the world, wealth. So picture Beverly Hills, but an entire country. That's this place. And it's just, you see it all the time. Monaco's just got insane amounts of money, but specifically during F1 race week, it's a shit show of money. And the track, the circuit, there's a harbor, I guess a bay, that it goes right near. And so all the billionaires and multi-millionaires will back their yachts up. So say the track's right here, they'll back their yachts up to the track and just sit there and watch it. And I read, again, I don't know if this is true, but I read it cost $1 million to be able to dock in that harbor during the race. That's insane to me. You give someone $1 million, that's life-changing money. That's insane. That's, and these guys are just how much is it to dock my yacht? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. And some of those yachts, I mean, it's crazy too. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram, and he just his entire thing is just yachts. He knows everything about it and stuff like that. And it'll show a millionaire's yacht, which is really dope, really sick stuff. And then it'll show like a billionaire's yacht, and the billionaire's yacht's like 10 times the size of the millionaire's yacht. It's insane. To be able to throw 50, 100, 150, 200 million on a boat. Never mind the fact that you got to staff that and pay for the upkeep and the maintenance, and I love it. Just grotesque displays of wealth just make me happy. I don't know. I think it's because I know, and I think everyone else knows, and I think they probably know too, we're not here for a long time. I know it's coming here for a long time, here for a good time. We're not here for a long time. If you got the money and it makes you happy and you want to do what you want with that money, by all means. You want to pay $1 million to dock your fucking boat and watch the race? Who cares? Yeah, fuck it. You could die tomorrow. What's all that money going to do for you? Not a whole lot. So, again, congrats to... piece of pepper in my tooth. I had Chipotle earlier. Congrats to Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari team for that win on that. I also wanted to hop into two things, I guess, that are kind of in the same realm of things. Both video games, kind of the same video game, but I feel like their world's different. First off, I bought Ghost of Tsushima, which is a big deal for me, again, because, and I feel like I've beat this dead horse repeatedly. PC, obviously, I can get games that I couldn't otherwise get on the Xbox. Now, just on the Xbox, there's not a shot in hell I could get Ghost of Tsushima. And I don't have a PlayStation, so I've never played it. Got the PC. Ghost of Tsushima came out, last Wednesday? I think it might have been, or the Wednesday before. For those that don't know, Ghost of Tsushima is it's a feudal era samurai game. Is it the feudal era? You play as a samurai, and you're trying to take the island back, the village or whatever, from the Mongols. In a nutshell, that's what it is. It's probably one of the most gorgeous games I've played, and I'll put that next to Red Dead, very gorgeous game, and then I'll put that next to Cyberpunk as well. Cyberpunk's a very gorgeous game. And I'm very happy with it. It's really fun. And I say that to say this. We got Ghost of Tsushima. And then also, for those that don't know, we have an official trailer for Assassin's Creed. I want to say Syndicate. That's not it. What's it called? Assassin's Creed. I can't remember what it is. But it is also a samurai game. Now, me personally, I feel like it's a little too late. We've been wanting a Japanese-era Assassin's Creed game for the longest time. Before Ghost of Tsushima was even an inkling in anyone's mind, everyone was saying Japanese-style, samurai-style Assassin's Creed would be dope. That'd be sick. Let's do it. We never got one. Ghost of Tsushima comes out. They knock it out of the park flawlessly. Phenomenal game. And then Ubisoft is saying, all right, well, now we have one. And I'm going to play it regardless, because I'm too far in the tooth with the Assassin's Creed games and Ubisoft in general to not play it. It could be the biggest pile of dog shit to ever release. I'm still going to play it just because I don't think there's an Assassin's Creed game that I haven't played. Nothing like on the PSP or anything like that, but every major console release, I've played all of them. I've enjoyed all of them. The first run of them up until like the Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla. Those were phenomenal, true to the core Assassin's games, which I wish they would go back to that. The newest three, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, I love those too, but for different reasons. Those kind of strayed away from the Assassin's, the thing that made the first Assassin's games good. It kind of strays away from that. And I think my whole thing on it is if they're able to capture the essence of the first run of Assassin's Creed games in this new samurai-esque style game, I think they could have something really good. They might be able to win back some of their fan base that have since left the series. But if it's going to be another Odyssey, Origins, Valhalla, where it's got more of like more RPG elements than it does the Assassin game. Like, the first few Assassin's Creed games, you weren't dumping money into certain stats and stuff like that. You had different things you could get, but you didn't have to, like, level gear up. Your gear wasn't leveled to any of that. It was, do you have this sword? You do? Cool. Bam. Go. And that was the end of it. There wasn't leveling up armor with the sword, but this skill's got to meet this type of perk tree. No, it's just certain things you had, you went in there and good. And I think I'd be really excited to see how they take care of that. That'll be very interesting. Like I said, I'm going to play it regardless. And I think they have a dual protagonist game going on too. Just like GTA had, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. You could switch between the two. Or the three. Wow. I think they're going the Syndicate route. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which had Evie and Jacob. You could switch between the two. This is a black samurai and some chick warrior or something like that. I don't know. But it also, and I hate even saying this because it could sound stupid. It also feels like they're going the inclusion route. Like, they've never worried about, apparently it's a real story. This guy was there was a real black dude who served with, like, an order of samurais or stuff like that, but I guess he wasn't, like, an actual samurai, or maybe he was. I don't know the full story. Don't hold me to that. And I don't know who the chick is. But it seems like now they're ticking off boxes. Okay, we have a girl fighter. Okay, we got a black samurai. All right. I don't know. It feels inorganic to me. I don't know. But that's how... I'm at a point now with all this inclusion stuff that it could be the most innocuous type of thing that they're doing. And it's going to feel forced to me just because we see it constantly. So, I don't know. I hope it's good. And I have big hopes for it. Like I said, I'm going to play it regardless. And I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game yet that's bad. I've played some that are better than others. But I haven't played any of them that are bad. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. You know what they need to do is quit bullshitting and bring back Splinter Cell. Oh. Splinter Cell, that was one of the very first Splinter Cell was dope. And then I remember seeing my brother play that when we were younger. Thinking like, whoa. And then you had Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory was my shit. I can't tell you how many times I played Chaos Theory. That is a proper stealth. Oh. And then they had Pandora Tomorrow. And then they started getting weird. Where like Sam Fisher was out of the service. And he had to clear his name. So then he went rogue. So it wasn't really like a Splinter Cell game anymore. It was more of just like this man against the world type game. And I don't know. I miss Chaos Theory. What I'm planning on doing is getting an emulator on here, a PlayStation and Xbox emulator, so I can just play all these old games, and because I miss them, like Def Jam Pat for New York and Chaos Theory. I got Jet Grind Radio on here, which oddly enough, the very first game that I got on this computer was a Dreamcast game from like 2.5 decades ago. Was Jet Grind Radio and Jet Set Radio, I guess, depending on where you are in the world. And I absolutely love it. It takes me back. It's such a simplistic game, that cel-shaded style of art. I love that. I just think it's really cool. So, but no, it's a fun time for games. Yeah, God of War, I've been playing that too. I just installed Star Wars Fallen Order. And I'm looking at getting back into. So I need to reinstall Cyberpunk, reinstall Red Dead, reinstall Skyrim. I have Skyrim through the Game Pass on PC, but if it's through the Game Pass, there's like a lot of mods you can't do because Microsoft dumbs that down. But if you get it through Steam, which I plan on doing, you can just go apeshit with it. There's a lot of mods that I want to do. Here's another thing too. I didn't have to go on, but I'm still a member of a lot of like Xbox pages and stuff like that. And they'll get in there and they'll start talking about PlayStation, Xbox. And then inevitably, every single time, someone will get in there and start talking about PC gaming. And I see these guys saying shit about PCs that I used to say about PCs before owning one. Oh, all that money to barely play better games than us. And who needs all that? And, who needs to render a blade of grass from 8 miles away? And I get that because I used to have that mindset. But it's one of those things where until you've tried it yourself, you don't know what it is that you are missing. So, and I still play my Xbox. not as much as I used to, but I still play it, and it's great. And I get both camps. If you want ease, you want accessibility, you want reliability, you're not worried about compatibility, anything like that, you just want to download a game and play, consoles are fucking great. Whether you got Xbox or PlayStation, you're going to be good for most games. Yeah, there's going to be some exclusives you won't be able to play, but that's how it's been for fuck knows how long. The PC, on the other hand, the PC to me is like an exotic car or a high-end car that, yeah, it may combust into flames, the starter may go out, something may happen, because there's so many different intricate parts going on, but when everything's firing on all cylinders, there's nothing fucking with it. And that's what PC is, to me. So it's like, do you want the reliability of a Toyota Camry? Nothing wrong with that. Camry's a great car, it's going to last you forever. Or do you want to open the wings, open the choke and pull the cord, and go crazy on some games and see what it can really do, see how deep the rabbit hole goes with a PC? And then you got that too. I got both, so I can see both ways, but it's funny seeing the arguments that I used to make that I no longer make now. It's another thing is, so I had talked about Dave Attell had released a stand-up on Netflix, which if you haven't seen it, watch it. Fucking hilarious. Jimmy Carr did too. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Hilarious. Funnily enough, Dave Attell is now coming here to Hoyt Sherman, which I'm excited about. And I mentioned that I had met him and all that stuff. The first comedy show that I ever went to, my mom got me tickets for it because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like maybe 15, 16 maybe, 17, I don't remember. Super young. And my mom got me tickets to it. She didn't really know who David Tell was, but I knew him from the Insomniac show on Comedy Central. So she got me tickets, and then after I saw him in person, that was like once I got the ball rolling. Once I saw him, I was like, I just want to see these people live and stuff like that. And so what I did was I got two fourth row tickets, and I'm bringing my mom to see me. That's kind of the new thing me and her have been doing. We've gone to, we went to Dave Chappelle together. We went to Bill Burr together. We went to, these are all my favorite comedians, so it's like, yeah, just fucking come along. I tried to go to Anthony Jeselnik, she wasn't having it. We're going to Tom Segura together. He's on the 6th, I believe. That's coming up. I should probably take that off. And then Dave Attell, which is in, forget when, October? Forget when that is. But it's really cool, too. And me and her kind of have similar senses of humor. My sense of humor is a lot more brash and crass and a lot more offensive. But she finds some of that funny too, so it's fun to take her to things and see how she reacts, and get her out of the house every now and again, so that's good. But I bring that up to say this: it blows my mind how many people seem to lack etiquette when you're going to live comedy shows or you're going to a concert or just anything where there's other people. I remember me and my ex, we went to Jim Jeffries in Kansas City one time, and we were where were we? We weren't up front. What I've noticed is the further close you sit up front, the less likely there is to be fuckery in the rest of the place. So I usually don't go to shows, unless I'm within the first 10 rows, I usually don't go. But one of the shows was like a last minute thing. We ended up getting we were near the sound booth, where they're doing all the levels and stuff like that. And there was a woman, and she was talking. And she was just talking about her day. Not even about the show, just about her day. Who gives a fuck? And she's sitting there talking, and all of a sudden some dude turns around and he goes, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" Rightfully so. And everyone was in agreement. It's like, yeah, awesome. This heifer gets an attitude out of nowhere. Bitch, you're talking. We're trying to listen to the show, and you're over here talking about the most random shit. Who gives a fuck? Shut up. One thing I can't stand, this happened to me last time I went to Anthony Jeselnik, was people that feel the need. This is another reason why I can't stand people that drink, is they feel the need, every 20 minutes, let me go get a drink. And then they're sitting there shuffling back and forth, and they go, "Excuse me." It's like, what are we doing? Just sit down and enjoy the fucking show. The fact that you can't sit down for an hour without getting up to get drinks 5 fucking times tells me everything I need to know about you. You're fucking stupid. I can't handle it. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. So that's one thing I don't look forward to at all when I go out and go to these shows, because people they're stupid. It's common sense, and yet people just seem to lack it. Just don't talk. Quit getting up every 5 fucking minutes. If you are going to get up, get edge seats. Get seats on the edge. Luckily, this show, I got 2 seats dead smack in the middle. So it's going to be dead in the middle. So people that have to get out don't need to cross over because they're going to be closer to the sides than they are, having to go through the middle. So, I don't know. It's, I miss traveling and going to shows as much as I used to. But every time I think about people and the thing is with traveling is I love once I get to the destination, I love that. Obviously, that's great. Who doesn't? It's the in-between time between leaving and getting there, that in-between part, I can't stand that shit. Hate that. Absolutely hate it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how long this has been going, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to skip a question this week. Oh, by the way, I don't know when, but soon. I said last week I was going to start doing a reacts channel, mainly with food, because I think reacting to videos, there's kind of a, whatever, but with food and stuff, people seem to like that. And I got to set up logistically on how I want to do this and where I'm going to do it. But we got some surstrumming that I will eventually be eating on camera and reacting to. I don't even know what'd that say? That's by, February 2025? Yep, so that's not bad then. Yeah, what year is this? Is this 24? What year are we in? Holy shit. Looks like it was canned in June of 23, so that's good. But yeah, I remember this stuff used to be like mythical back in the day. Like you just couldn't get it unless you were in Europe or knew someone. And I was like, well, let me see what I can do. And I went on to Amazon. And they're like, oh yeah, you want a can? Get it to you in 2 days. $40, bam, done. I'm like, shit, okay. So be on the lookout for that. I've reinstated my Snack Crate subscription too. Used to have one way long ago. I'm going to start doing those again, reacting to foods around the world. So I think that'll be kind of cool. Add some spice to the show and stuff like that. That way you don't have to see me just sit here talking, going on about whatever. So no question this week. I'll end the plane there. I do appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. Talk shit in the comments. Makes my life fun, Add some spice to it, Do what you gotta do. Tell your friends. Do or don't. Whatever you want to do is fine. It's fine. But I do appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next week.